Hey everybody, AJ the One here. How y'all doing? And I'm doing fine myself. I'll be doing part 5. I'm assuming to what if Obito was it'd be part 4. To what if Obito was in Naruto swapped places or swapped. Last time I left off, Obito and all of Team 7, or basically the tuning exams went the exact same way. I know that it said Sasuke's match went the same way with that guy that could take chakra, or... No, was it the guy that could take chakra? It was the guy that could, take chakra. Yeah. Oh, no, Sasuke would actually do better since he had a chance to... Since he had a chance to get his seal under control later, or earlier. Now, anyway, back to the story. Or, a quick note. While the fact I'm doing this and not what if Deku was a swordsman is because I recorded what if Deku was a swordsman, and my phone was on 1% at the time, and it was acting jittery. So I tried to hurry up and finish what if. I thought I pressed stopped. I was like, I pressed it. It said, it confirmed it, because it went away off my screen, and it didn't save it, so I'll be doing this just to compensate for that. Bro, it's 6:37. I tried to upload as many what ifs I can because I don't think I'll be able to do it for a little bit, but I'll try to squeeze it in. Anyway, so this is part 4. So, after Obito left for the Chunin exams, he would basically be in the same situation as Naruto. He would just be looking around for a sensei. He would try to ask Kakashi. Obito would immediately assume that Kakashi is just training Sasuke like Naruto did. And Kakashi said because Sasuke's like him. Kakashi would say that Sasuke is like him. And after that, Kakashi would introduce Obito to Ebisu. I think that's his name, Ebisu. Obito, not really knowing Ebisu since he doesn't know Konohamaru, he would try to give Ebisu a chance, and the only thing that Ebisu could teach him was how to walk on water. And even then, Ebisu really didn't treat Obito with much respect, and that's because Obito is an Uchiha. Also, I don't remember if I gave Obito a sword. No, yeah, I did give him a sword. Obito would leave that sword at home since he realized that he can't use it well, and he doesn't really want to learn how to use it. He would end up selling it and then just leave it off to his hands. So Obito no longer has a sword. Boom, he sold it for more money. Now, currently, right now, right. So Obito would realize that Ebisu just taught him how to walk on water, but then after that, Ebisu would see Jiraiya peeping in the bathhouses. He would jump over, try to take him out. Jiraiya would knock out Ebisu as usual, and Obito would say the same thing as Naruto. You just knocked out his trainer, so now he has to be his trainer. Jiraiya would basically be the same interaction as usual. There wouldn't be any real differentiate, or nothing that differentiates. But also after some time, he would still end up doing I don't know if Obito would know the sexy jutsu though. So the best thing I could say that Obito would just create a shadow clone and transform his clone into a cute looking girl. So still, yeah, basically. As Jiraiya would be shocked as he would accept to train Naruto. I'm sorry, Obito. Obito and Jiraiya would have some problems at first on how Jiraiya really didn't teach Obito anything. Or wouldn't be teaching Obito anything. And Obito has a month? So right now, Obito would basically just scoff and tell Jiraiya if he won't train him, then he'll just train by himself. I'm pretty sure there's something out there that he could learn. Jiraiya would sort of look over at Obito as he would say, wait, hold on, before you do go, I'm going to ask a question. Can you use the Sharingan? Obito would turn around and ask and say, what's it to you? As Jiraiya would say, well, believe it or not, I'm somewhat of a seal and genjutsu user myself. I could possibly help you out with using genjutsu and also with seals. Obito would fully turn around instead of just turning his head and walk back over to Jiraiya. As as he would ask Jiraiya, what does he mean? Jiraiya would simply tell Obito that if he stays as his student for a little while longer and shows him that jutsu a few more times, then he will actually then he will teach Obito a few jutsu on top of some genjutsu, and on top of that some seals. Obito seeing that, okay, so he gets seals, jutsu, and genjutsu. He's a Sharingan user. That sounds all pleasing to him. So Obito and Jiraiya would agree. After some times of Obito showing Jiraiya the sexy jutsu, or the new made sexy jutsu, Jiraiya would finally end up teaching Obito how to fully walk on water. Or I feel like Obito would possibly learn that by himself a little bit better. And since he doesn't have as much chakra as Naruto, he would be able to do it better. For the summoning jutsu, Jiraiya wouldn't need to push Obito off of a cliff because it's literally just about Obito's chakra control. Which I feel like because of Sasuke would be better, so he wouldn't be able to summon a Gamabunta. He would be able to summon like a mid-range frog. He would be able to summon a decent sized frog, I would say. Jiraiya would congratulate him for this, but he would tell Obito that he needed to summon Gamabunta. Obito would try. After a couple days, he would end up finally doing it, and now he had to stay on for about a day, which I feel like Obito would do. Obito would be able to do it. I was about to say that Obito could probably like create a genjutsu. Nah. On something that big, not yet. Even though he did it when he was 12, that's from training with like Madara. And on top of that, like a couple thousand Zetsus. Well, even still, no, that's still actually a pretty impressive feat. Age of 12 with basically an old crippled man training you, managed to take over a Jinchuriki just by him telling you stuff. Yep. Obito would summon Gamabunta and stay on him for a few days. On top of that, Jiraiya would have also taught Obito a paralyzation seal, also how to make paralyzation seals. And then on top of that, he would have taught Obito like one genjutsu. I forgot what it was called. The genjutsu that he used on the two pain paths. The old Preda and human path, or no, not Preda, animal path. He basically summoned like 4 toads, had those 4 toads put him in a box. Like that's the genjutsu that he teaches Obito. Obito would learn it fairly quickly, and Jiraiya would be shocked on how much of a prodigy Obito is. And I would say that it would take Obito at least half of the month to basically learn all this stuff. Obito knows how to use paralyzation seals. He knows the summoning jutsu. He knows how to summon certain toads. What else would jutsu? Right, the summoning jutsu. He knows how to walk on water and walls, and now he knows how to now he has a new genjutsu under his kit. Jiraiya, seeing on how much time they have left, he would really consider teaching Obito the Rasengan, but he wouldn't do it. And as Jiraiya would just teach Obito a few Wenjutsu. He would teach Obito the air style air bullet jutsu, wind style gale palm, and I'm gonna take something from Clockwork Highlander. Why not? I'm gonna give him explosion tornado fist. Tornado explosion fist. Never mind, since I can't remember the name. Not even gonna do that. So yeah, he'll teach him some Wenjutsu. He'll teach him fire jutsu. I know that I gave Obito like what? Fire style Phoenix Fireball, Fire style Phoenix Fire Flower jutsu. And then I think and if I didn't, Obito will get Fire Bullet, and then on top of that he'll get Dragon Flame jutsu, or Raging Dragon Flame jutsu. It's one of those, as Obito would have now gotten a plethora of jutsu. But even still, he still learned it all fast enough to where they would have about like at least 3 weeks left. During this time, Jiraiya would just fill Obito in on just he would just tell Obito to basically complete his jutsu and learn how to use his Sharingan for longer. So basically, whenever Obito does these jutsu, he has to keep his Sharingan on the entire time. which Obito would struggle with, but on the last week he would perform all the jutsu. Not gonna say perfectly, but pretty much, yeah, perfect. He would perform them all perfectly, not on the same level as most, but good enough. You know, he for his age, it's perfect. He would perform all the jutsu and would have ended up and would have ended up I don't think he would still run late like Naruto did. That's still a very high possibility. Yeah, I'm gonna say that he ran late, but still no. He wouldn't make it late. Now, basically, for this match, now for the starting match, Naruto Uzumaki, Obito Uchiha versus Neji Hyuga. What a doozy. Oh yeah, he would have ended up arriving. Wait, hold on. Yeah, he would have ended up arriving sometime later, and for the first match, it would be Obito Uchiha versus Neji Hyuga. How would this fight go? Alright, so for the start of the match, Neji would say the same thing, something about fate, and Obito would say basically the same thing as Naruto. Or basically, yeah, he would say honestly the same thing. Your fate isn't decided when you're born. You're the one who makes your fate out. Neji would disagree, and well, they would get into a fighting stance. Now, here's where I really struggle to think if Obito even win. Neji was able to match it with the second gate Rock Lee. Obito has only learned a few jutsu and hasn't really improved, and his Sharingan is better. So I'm gonna say, so basically, it would just be almost like, basically a similar fight style, or no, not even similar. Obito would activate his Sharingan, Neji would activate his Byakugan as they would rush towards each other. It would basically almost be like a Dragon Ball Z fight. They would just run around the field throwing off jutsu, and they would constantly clash fists. I would say the real defining feature of this match is possibly the fact that Obito can put Neji under a genjutsu and Neji wouldn't know what to do, because Naruto didn't even know, or like the fact that Jiraiya didn't teach Naruto on how to break out of genjutsu until like the last couple months, or I'm sorry, later in the series. Anyway, I feel like the fact that anyone didn't tell Naruto how to break out of genjutsu, like not even Kakashi or any of them. So I don't think Neji would know how to break out of genjutsu either. So the best thing I could say is that Neji would win Neji would be winning. They would be evenly matched, but Neji would be overwhelmed by the amount of Obito's jutsu, and on top of that, the fact that he could just put him in a genjutsu. So basically, Obito would run forward, put him in a genjutsu, or this would be the last few seconds of the match. He would run forward, put him in a genjutsu, reel back his fist for the final time, sock him right across the face. Also, the summoning jutsu too. Obito can literally summon up giant toads to fight with him. As well, that's a factor, as everything else pretty much goes the same. Now it's finally time for the invasion. So it's pretty much the same. They all run after Sasuke. They chase. Obito wouldn't have even get put under the genjutsu because as soon as he activated his Sharingan, he would have won. Oh wow! Or not won. My bad. As soon as he activated his Sharingan, he would have broken out of the genjutsu. After that, they will all still end up running after Sasuke, Shikamaru, the dog, or Kakashi's dog, Sakura, and Obito. When it would be the fight, when they would finally get there, Shikamaru would still stay behind and take out all the shinobi like he did originally. Sakura and Obito would still end up making it. No, also Shino would still made up with Konkuro. Sakura and Obito would still end up fighting Gaara. Sakura would still get captured, and Obito's fight would actually be a lot more combat based. Because in the original, Naruto just did nothing but summon clones. Now, Obito can't really do that. So at the start of the fight, when Sakura is actually trapped in the sand, Obito would jump down to Gaara's level and stand right in front of him. He would lift up his Sharingan would be blazing. His Sharingan would be blazing as he would rush forward towards Gaara. Gaara would throw forward his sand arm as Obito would dodge out of the way and shoot out a fire bullet jutsu, basically a compressed fireball, as it would hit Gaara right in the face. Obito would jump forward and kick Gaara across the face as well, launching him further back on the long ass tree branch. Or the long ass branch. Obito would throw a kunai at or would throw 3 explosive kunais at Gaara's chest. As soon as and before Gaara could react, Obito would put him under the frog genjutsu that Jiraiya taught him, as he would jump on top of his head and jump off. Gaara in the actual time would just sit there in confusion as he would take 3 explosive kunai to the chest. Gaara would be immensely confused as well. Before he can even get his bearings fully, he would get hit in the back by an intense heat, as Obito would be using 5-star Dragon Flame Jutsu. Gaara still taking this damage. He would put sand around him to defend himself. As soon as he did, a shadow clone of Obito would appear forward, and after that use the Gale Palm technique to hit Gaara right in the face with a straight palm, knocking him through his own sand into the fire. Before Gaara could fall down the tall trees, he would shoot out his sand hand to grab onto the branch and flip around it completely, landing behind the clone Obito. As soon as he did, he would rip the clone Obito in half. As Gaara would look ferociously at the original. As Obito would make 2 more clones, he would jump down and land forward in front of Gaara. As the fact that Obito could simply just beat up Gaara by himself with 2 others, Gaara would honestly just be getting jumped beyond belief. After some time, Obito would Tamari would be looking back and seeing on how Obito was dispatching Gaara so easily. And after some time, Obito would have landed sort of like an Obito barrage, you could say. Obito Uchiha barrage. What he would do is he would end up getting 1 Obito clone to kick Gaara into the air, then he would get 1 more clone to jump into the off the other one, and then punch Gaara even further. After that, Obito would make another clone jump as both of them would jump up. As they would both basically land off a complete combo, smacking Gaara into the ground. Obito Uchiha barrage, boom. As all the Obitos would jump back to see Gaara. As before Gaara could fully get up, they will all end up launching off their own Dragon Flame Jutsu. They will all launch off Dragon Fire Style Fireball Jutsu. As all the jutsu made contact into Gaara. As Gaara would basically be like slumped on top of the tree branch, he would slowly feel himself falling off the branch, about to die. But then the same thing would happen. I won't lose to a guy like you. Also, Shikamaru and Obito would still end up finding Gaara, try to kill Rock Lee. They would save him. It would, like, things like that. Like, small miniature things like that would still happen. Since Obito is basically, or better say Naruto is basically a copy and paste of Obito. Sort of. But anyway. Right. Soon as this would happen, Obito would still end up summoning Gamabunta. Also, would still end up summoning Gamabunta. Even though Sasuke's curse mark is handled, I still feel like he would still end up, I still feel like it would still happen. Just because it's been subsided for longer doesn't mean that it'll still take effect. There's a chance that it could probably get better treatment, but I doubt it. So, yeah. So yeah, Obito would still summon Gamabunta, and that entire encounter would still go the same. And but instead of headbutting Gaara, he would just punch him across the face. And also something else, when Gamabunta would shoot out Toe Oil, Obito would have ended up shooting out a fire of Dragon Flame Jutsu just to get a one up on him, or just to burn him up so they could they shoot a fire jutsu at him. But it would still go the same. Obito would still be exhausted, falling on top of the tree. Like Gaara, he would say the same thing like Gaara in the original. Gaara would still apologize. The third Hokage would still be killed. And that's about it for the Konoha Crush arc. But there's something else as well. Would Sasuke still feel jealous on the fact that Obito basically looked like that he surpassed him? I don't think so. Like it's the fact that Sasuke would want Obito to surpass him so they could both kill which is fake Itachi. If they're both strong, then that means they both can kill them. Or that means they both can kill him. I don't really see Sasuke leaving on his own full accord. I see Sasuke possibly having the curse mark to do something with it, and then on top of that, maybe the Sound 5, I think it was called, the Sound 5. Yeah, Jirobo, Tayuya, Kimimaru, Sakon, and Ukon. Sound 5. I would say that they probably threatened Obito, and then while Sasuke's in the coffin with his curse mark released, he would be thinking man, Obito isn't even his real brother. He's just an Uchiha. He should have died with the rest of them. He can kill Itachi on his own. It would just basically be the curse mark talking, or basically manipulating Sasuke. And after some time of being in the coffin for so long, that would be something that Sasuke would half-heartedly believe. So, yeah, half-heartedly believe. So when it's time for the same thing, Sakura would still get hit by Sasuke. She would still knock out, wake up on the bench, same thing. The teams would be normal. It would be also Neji would still apologize to Hinata and Obito because he would still got his talk from the dad on why his dad died. Oh yeah, he would have still got ain't his name Hasashi? No, ain't it? Neji would have still got the same talk from Hinata's dad on why Neji's dad had died. Hiyashi. It's not Hasashi. Hiyashi. So it would be it would be the normal team. Kiba, Shikamaru, Shoshi, Neji, Obito. As they would all go for patrol, as it would be the same thing. Naruto would still end up not Naruto. Obito would still end up encountering Kimimaru. And well, after this point, Obito would sort of be getting his ass handed to him. Obito has no way to really counter it. He has no, 1,000+ clones. So Obito would just be getting completely demolished at this point. Kimimaru would still acknowledge that Obito is a strong foe, but he's nothing compared to him. As even when Obito tries to fight him hand on hand, Kimimaru would still get his one up. He would try to fight him from a range. Kimimaru would still be about as fast as Obito, and then still have about the same amount of range. So Obito was just getting overwhelmed until Rock Lee would show up. Obito would run. Gaara would show up. Obito would run into Sasuke. Sasuke and Obito's fight would how to put it, Obito wouldn't fully accept the fact that Sasuke's turned to the dark side. Or better to say, this is finally the part where I start getting into the detail about the fight, because I've just been skimming over everything. When Sasuke and Obito would begin fighting, like on the water, Obito would rush forward and throw out a punch at Sasuke. Sasuke would block, of course, and it would end up lifting up his leg to kick Obito right in the chin. Then this would have sent Obito in the air as Sasuke would jump up and kick Obito again right back into the ground. Obito would get out of the water. Obito would slowly get out of the water, seeing Sasuke right there, but before Obito could react, a giant wave of fire would be coming towards Obito. As Obito would let go of his chakra and sink down further to the bottom of the lake, he will quickly use his chakra to swim forward faster and appear right under Sasuke. As Sasuke could only barely predict this, as also something else, Obito would end up getting his 3-to-1 Sharingan when Sasuke said that he wanted to lead the leaf, or basically when they started fighting, since Obito is very emotional. As their fighting would go almost as similar to Sasuke's and Naruto's original fight, just less clones on Obito's part. He would still be able to make some clones, but not as much. Things really start to differentiate or change when Sasuke attempts to stab Obito in the chest with a Chidori. Obito would see in Sasuke's eyes that he truly wanted to kill him, and this would be the factor that would break Obito's heart, to know that his brother really wanted to kill him. And also Sasuke at some point would say the same thing, that, he was thinking that Obito isn't even his true family. He's just an Uchiha that should have died with the rest of them. He will be the one to kill Itachi. He is an Avenger. Obito would hear this as his heart would break, as he would see in Sasuke out that he truly wanted to kill him. And through this, it would be anger on the fact that Sasuke even thought this, and that Orochimaru caused this. It would be sadness and so many other emotions that Obito, or basically when Sasuke would try to pierce Obito in the chest, and he would pierce Obito right through the chest, as he would move his hand, but there would be no blood. There wouldn't even be a scratch on Obito's clothes. As before Sasuke could do anything, Obito would even phase out of Sasuke's hand. Obito would land on the water. Sasuke would look down confused, as he would get a vicious uppercut to his chin, sending him all the way down the other side of the valley, or the lake, or halfway. As Obito would be rushing towards him, Sasuke would look at Obito's eyes, seeing that he had the Mangekyo Sharingan. Now, before anybody says anything, I doubt anybody is, but Obito unlocked his Mangekyo Sharingan, seeing the girl that he liked the most killed. Now, to put that in full perspective, that's just a girl that he loved, better to say. So it's a girl that he loves, and he started a war over her. This is his brother that's now wanting to kill him. His anger would be almost matched. So Obito would still unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan. So while they're fighting, through the fact that he now has the Mangekyo Sharingan, Sasuke would have ended up activating the stage 1 curse mark to try and get a 1-up on Obito. But even then, still, Obito would be dominating Sasuke. And then Sasuke would activate the 2nd stage curse mark. Obito would remark on how Sasuke looked like a monster. And Sasuke would have said, well, it doesn't matter, because now he has the power. Now he has enough strength to beat Itachi. As Obito would yell at Sasuke. You yell at Sasuke, if he has so much power, then why doesn't he go off and kill Itachi right now then? Sasuke would say, fine, he will. Right after he's done killing him and end up attaining his own eyes like his. As they will both hear a voice from over top. Oh, so you're gonna kill me, little brother? As they will both look up to see Itachi. After this point, Sasuke and Obito will both get pissed off, as they will both be trying to fight each other and Itachi at the same time. As it would be a small excursion of words, as Sasuke would just run up, or fly up, better to say, and try to fight Itachi. Itachi would basically dominate Sasuke and Obito, and after some time, he would put them both under a genjutsu. In this genjutsu, he would basically explain everything that happened with Sushui, Danzo, etc., and etc. And also, he would also end up explaining to Sasuke that the fact of that basically the only reason why Sasuke is thinking any of this is because of the curse mark. So what Sasuke needs to do is just basically get that curse mark influence removed. or better to say, yeah, as yeah, I'm gonna say that, as the fact that the Sasuke was saying these type of things is because mainly that's low-key how he felt, and on top of that, the curse mark. Sasuke would apologize to Obito for what he said, and Obito would only lightly forgive him. Because, he still just said that he should have died. That's going to take a little while to say, yeah, no problem, I forgive you. That's going to take a little bit. So Itachi would explain to both of them that right now he needs to play his role. So they both need to go back to the village, Sasuke and Obito would shake their heads as he would hug both of them, as he would say, "Good luck, my brothers, my little brothers." As Itachi would have used his Aratamasu to burn off the curse mark. As soon as they would come back into the real world, they would go back with Sasuke. As Sakura would still ask Obito. Actually, I don't think Sakura would ask Obito to bring. No, she would still ask Obito to bring Sasuke back. As basically that's Sasuke would go back. He would apologize. Blah blah blah. He would say they didn't have the curse mark anymore, and also Obito and Sasuke would be doing research on Danzo to try put him in jail for what he did or try to lock him up. And dang, and they would be suspicious of him right now, but they couldn't find any concrete proof. So what they would be doing over the years, well, for starters, they would be training. Obito would help Sasuke basically unlock his Mangekyo Sharingan by basically just playing sort of like a genjutsu. He would put a genjutsu over Sasuke to try and make him feel a strong emotion of something that would basically be that would allow him to unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan. What would it be? It would probably be something like Sasuke seeing his mom and dad again, and then to have them both killed, and then have it be like Danzo or something like that. Just basically to replay something traumatic to get Sasuke to get that feeling and unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan. Would it work? No. But Sasuke would unlock the third Tomoe though. And on top of that, they would be training. So to put their scale of power into perspective, also Sakura would end up training up herself. So to put their perspective, or to put their scale of power on perspective, Obito is about as strong as maybe Kakashi. Not as Kakashi like right now, but like when Kakashi fought Zabuza. Well, no, Kakashi was still significantly holding back. What's the way to put it? The gates. That's the easiest way of putting it. Obito can match up with the fifth gate. Sasuke can match up also with the fifth gate as well. Just to put it in perspective. But the best way to put it as well, if Obito right now were to fight a version of Kakashi when he fought Zabuza, like seriously, Obito would probably win. And also something else. How does Obito get his eye crushed? I'm gonna say like on a random mission, Obito ended up saving Sasuke from a crushing rock, and all it did was crush only, not gonna say half of his body, but only like a small portion. Sakura managed to save him, but Obito still got his eye crushed. Yeah, still gonna have that happen. As this is where I'm gonna leave it off. Hope you all have a nice day. AJ the one signing out. I'll try to do more uploads in one day in a row. I can't believe that What If Deco Was Assortments thing did not work, bro. Oh my god. Also, I would like to thank all the people who have subscribed. Thank you for the support. Please like, subscribe, put on post notifications to see anything else that I upload. Share, of course, and have a nice day.